Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity, where we are now in the Passage of the Six.
Estromore,
Yes, I listen, foreigner. What are you talking about? News from beyond, east of the great river, the Deerwood. Fires have returned to the foreigner's city, we've heard. Defiance Bay. Its waters run foul and dense with the stench of corpses. Not even the recent floods could wash away the stain of its corruption, a dying prey. Some see it as such among us, a chance to strike, others not so. Only a council in the anamfatha can decide what the six tribes must do as one. Tell me more about the council of anamfatha. They lead our tribes, one for each. They speak with the spirit of our people and act in our name and with our will. A council of anamfatha means the tribes commune as one. But no common will is found just now, when the Deerwood ails like a wounded beast. Only two anamfatha currently shelter within Twin Elms, while the rest attend to their tribes. They must return. Too far, too consumed with duties, the anamfatha will not gather soon. Another season at least, we wait until then. Tell me about this building. The hearth of all Glenfathans, the six tribes. We honor our people here in this passage. Offerings made, symbols of respect to each tribe. This is the house of our ancestors and our peoples at once. The anamfatha, when all of them were present in Twin Elms, form a council at the end of the passage. From there our history moves on. Keepers, compass, crane, stalgars. Who is saying that? That is, I think. There we go. Here, Herveus. Keepers, compass, crane, stalgars, arrows, and brambles. In this hall, all six Glenfafan tribes come together as one people, or at least tradition suggests we try to behave as one. Yeah. Let's step back. Interesting. What's this? Keepers of the Stone. The Gilded Compass. The Fisher Crane. The Stone Bramble. Twice Split Arrows. The Three Tustelgare. Location discovered.
Another Estromore. What do you want?
Middle-aged Orlan woman stands at the back of the longhouse, expression of irritation on her narrow features. As you approach, she takes a decisive step toward you. Careful, this woman's young for an elder and looking to prove herself, I think. I'm looking for another who passed through the
Few
city.
Estromoran are given the freedom of our sacred city. That you ask for this person is suspicious. There are reasons we don't let you Estromoran roam our sacred city. Reasons I am coming to understand.
Are you having some kind of trouble? Maybe I could help. I'm afraid
Looters
not.
have grown bolder at the sites of the builders. The people of Defiance Bay set fire to their own city. And every week, the three Tusk Stelgar bring news of more desperate settlers pushing at our borders, trying to escape their plague of Anolfane children.
Suddenly you feel the presence of someone else in the hall. The anamfatha continues to glare at you, but something has stepped out of her skin and reaches out
Permitting
to you.
more strangers the freedom of the city is out of the question right now. Go and be thankful that Anamfatha Shimak doesn't sit in the passage of the Six today. He would not be so kind as I.
Are you Theos? A vision of an Orlan man appears near Bethel. He has the same green-brown fur and hazel eyes that she does. Help me reason with them. He points behind you. Turn, you see ghostly shapes of 5 other Anamfatha. Another Orlan with tiny fur and a scarred face, a frowning dwarf, a black-furred Orlan, and 2 elves. Don't have enough lore, don't have enough perception. Who's that other Orlan? He looks just like you. Is this your idea of a joke? Your kind have no sense of subtlety. Takes another step from her, setting his foot down with a slow, heavy motion. Tendrils of essence strain between him. He grimaces and leans forward as they're struggling against a gale. War. They're headed for war. Remind them of Fairwalt's warning. Does Fairwalt's warning mean anything to you? Fairwalt's soul image gasps. Taut threads of essence tug at him, drawing him back into the anamfatha. It's a past life. He looks up at you again. I tried to tell them. Builder souls have touched even the Estromor of the...
You'd better explain yourself.
The true attending tribes will look from the anamfatha to you, their swords hands at ready. The Builder's souls have touched even the Estromorwin.
There's no way you could have known this saying. Not unless you are a Galuth on Anams, a watcher of souls.
Farewell tried to warn the other tribes about something. What was
Feralt's warning came before the Broken Stone War. Feralt, my ancestor on my mother's side, was anamfatha of our tribe then. When the Estromoric farmers defiled the builders' monuments, Feralt urged the other anamfatha to patience, but louder, angrier voices prevailed.
She folds her clawed hands in front of her and gazes down.
Feralt believed that the invaders could be taught to respect the builders as we do. He also believed the builders' souls had spread to all peoples, and that we should avoid needless conflict with others. More practically, he worried that a violent response would only spur further bloodshed across the generations, and you can see where we are today.
After 2 wars with the Deerwood, his warning is more relevant than ever.
While Feralt's words were shrewd, they were ignored back then. Simply remembering his warning now will not undo the wars and the changes that the years have seen. There is blood on these stones, and that is all anyone remembers now.
The image of a polished Adra cube flashes in your mind. There's writing on the sides, but the image is too faint for you to read. The anamfatha turns away from you and looks at the ground, gnawing a pointed claw. You can't change the past, but your choices now still matter. So give them something else to remember. I'm afraid I already
Another
have.
Estromor came through here a few days ago, and, well, letting him through was a mistake. One I am eager not to repeat. The Guided Compass tribe has a reputation for being too soft with Estromoran, one that will not be improved by my failure to stop this man who has desecrated our most sacred sites.
That sounds like the man I came here to stop.
I won't repeat a mistake in my haste to correct it. We bar twin elms from Estromoran to protect the ancient places that the builders left behind. The builders left this heritage to us to defend, but they alone had access to it. On this much, at least the 6 tribes agree.
You again see the polished Adric cornerstone in your mind. This time the image is clear. Each face of the stone is inscribed with phrase you know by heart. You feel your lips form words. A gift from the builders of civilization to the guardians of their legacy. May the guardians watch the door while the builders keep
These were the words given to the keepers of the stone.
I know.
Very well. The city is yours to explore. Tell the guard at the gate that you come to see the cornerstone with the blessing of the Guided Compass. If the gods have truly returned one of the builders to us, find the Delimgon of Ter Evron in Elm's Reach. If the gods have sent you here with a purpose, the Delimgon will know.
In the meantime, I shall be here to assist you. I'd like to know more about you. I am the anamfatha of the Gilded Compass. Like many anamfatha, I have leadership in my blood. While tribal authority is not strictly hereditary, we believe that strong leaders can impart a portion of their soul to their children and grandchildren, meaning that anamfatha may succeed from a single line for many generations. Of course, with all that's happened lately, I've wondered whether my family line is coming to an end with me. Something else you would know? What are the 6 tribes? The Anamfatha society is divided into 6 tribes, which are further divided into clans. Each tribe is united by a particular history or way of life, and clans are communities of families that live together. In truth, there are more than 6 tribes, but the 6 largest have traditionally led the others. Each of the 6 has a seat here in the Passage of the Six, where we discuss matters of common interest. You saw, for instance, the debate that occurred before the Broken Stone War. She gives you a hesitant look. The 6 tribes are the Keepers of the Stone, the Fisher Crane, the Three-Tusked Delgare, Stone Bramble, Twice Split Arrows, and of course the guided compass. Who are the Keepers of the Stone? They are the first and oldest of the tribes. When they first sailed to Glenfarth, they met the builders who gave them the cornerstone, and those words you quoted, as a token of friendship. Many of the tribes, even among the 6, look to the keepers for guidance and leadership. Their long history grants them a place of honor in our society, though it has also made them more conservative in my observation. What about the Fisher Crane? Mostly Orland tribe from the Thane Bog. Most of the sites they guard are half buried in the wetlands, and even the other tribes couldn't tell you where they are. They are not the most renowned of the tribes, but they are the cleverest and subtlest. Say what you will about the berserkers of the Three-Tusked Stelgare, I'd rather face them than a Fisher Crane ambush squad any day. And the Three-Tusked Stelgare? Same as everybody. They're fearless maniacs, and they want everyone to know it. They're considered a wild bunch, even among Glenfathans. Many of their territories have seen the most conflict with the Estromorvin, and they don't forget it. They don't want anyone else to either. They inflicted and bore some of the heaviest casualties in the wars of the Estromorvin. In fact, there was a rift between the Three-Tusked Stelgar after the War of Black Trees. Dozens of clans broke away from the ravaged lands and retreated further into Deerwood, joining whichever tribes would take them. Broken tusks, some called them. The majority of the tribe dug into the half-burned forest to hold the line, and many respect them for it. They've more than earned their place among the 6, but they advocate more conflict than is wise, and too many others are quick to idolize them for their valor in battle. And the Stone Bramble? Mostly dwarves out of the White March. They're one of the younger tribes, formed over the years by trade routes between the wilds and the mountains. They see themselves as genuinely Glenfathan, though, and who can argue with them? Only Fisher Crane defends sites in such inhospitable territory. Personally, though, I'd say it's gone to their heads. They like to think the rest of us have it easy in the lowlands, forgetting that the wars of the Estromorvin never reached the mountains. Still, they came to our aid during both. They're named for a tough, thorny little plant that grows up in the mountains. It suits them. And the twice-split arrows? Not many are. The traditionally outcasts and exiles from other tribes. Probably the last respected tribe of them all, but our ancestors believe they should have a voice, so they've got a seat among the 6. I'm not familiar with this twice-split arrows, that's what it was. Most of the other tribes see them as scavengers and bottom feeders, but don't say that twice to a twice-split arrow. They think themselves survivors, and they're as proud of their tribe as anyone else. They'll accept anyone, and I suppose there's virtue in that. You never know what you're getting with them, though. Some clans will rob you blind, and others will slaughter a lamb for the honor of your visit. And the guided compass is your tribe, right? Indeed, we are one of the younger tribes, but not one of the most prestigious. We've tried to keep peace with the Estromorvin, which has earned us the reputation of appeasers among some of the hard-line brethren, and the Three-Tusked Stelgar and the Keepers of the Stone. We value our heritage as Glenfathans, but we recognize the Estromorvin are here to stay. The way we see it, we can better follow our mandate to protect the place of the builders by making peace with our neighbors. Ask about another matter, and that's all we have to say. Speak to the Delangan at Tir Evron in Helm's Reach. Okay, so we now have permission to wander about the city. That was easier than I expected it to be. Yay for being a watcher. Speak like an old woman from the Fisher Crane tribe. And we're about to switch zones, so I'm going to turn off the fraps real quick. See you in a moment. Hello, welcome back. It took me just a very little bit of time. We're going to go talk to the herbal merchant in the about this herb. which I probably should have just waited for us to get there before I came, because I have to zone again now. See you in a moment. Hello. You know what? I kind of regret the idea that didn't let us pass on knowledge. By the way, there are these giant machines in some of these places, and they can they're what's causing the Hollowborn. You have a cult that's going into your sacred places and using these machines, using these machines to to rend souls from people's bodies. Ha! Florin Taliesin. Okay. Let's talk to you.
Many blessings, traveler.
I hold here the best hides in your clanpath. Hides so thick the Stelgar cannot claw through. Boots so supple that they will smother the sound of your steps. And what's your trade? I bear it on my skin. I sell hides from every one of Gallowayne's beasts. Estromorvin come from every village to see them, and know us for great hunters. Every hide bears the tale of great hunt, and our traders bear them in turn to every corner of our lands. And you've got some meat hanging there as well. Let me see your wares. Then here, look upon the bounty our hunters have provided us. And also, we are going to sell things. Not the unique stuff yet. What else do we have to sell? Oh, quite a lot of stuff. Arrow breaker. Okay, anything here? Boots of stability. Have to look at some of these. Okay. Trade. There we go. Now, what do you have other than the stuff I gave you? Nothing specific. Okay. Nothing specific there. Nope. Nope. Other and ingredients. Wait, shouldn't you have ingredients? Oh, you sold fine armor. Okay, got it. Well. Derwin.
Hail, Estromor.
Thick-framed woman smiles broadly as you approach. Ah, I see that you have heard it. A good blade has a voice and sing to its wielder. What weapon calls you forward? Tell me about your craft. My weapons speak for themselves, and every man or woman in this market knows my worth, even that Tamra. I bear the knowledge my farmer held and his mother before him. Take up one of my blades, and you hold a weapon 5 generations in the making. They say I should not waste such fine weapons on Estromor. I say a good weapon lying on a rack is the true waste.
Estromor.
Let me see your weapon. Let me see your weapons. Starcaller, Strike Hard, Bleska's Labor. These are things kind of weapons I don't use. So, what's the Helmet of Darkseid? +2 perception. Sorry, aha, hard bargain. Mazda. Even. So where?
Hail, Estromor.
Some food for your travels? I hold here many delicious cheeses and fresh fruits. Tell me about your trade. My life is simple and makes a poor tale. I tend the gardens of my herd, and my family picks this delicious fruit you see behind me. The gods have been kind. Let me see what you have. I will not regret it, but please, no tasting. Yeah, we're going to actually buy you out. And I can make stuff with that. we go. And trade. This is supposed to go up at some point. I haven't seen it go up ever. I have bought everything from you. You have no more food to trade. You can go home.
Hail, Estremor.
Something to feed your stomach. Young girl looks about the market with disinterested gaze. As you near, she snaps to attention, straightens her paws. Welcome, Estremor, she says with curtsy. Allah, he's not here, so I'm running the shop while she's away. If you're looking for herbs, tinctures, oils, or ointments, I've got everything you'll need here. I'm looking for Allahi. Where might I find her? She lives not far from here. Climb up the stairs at the top. There's a circle of ruins. Do you know it? It's on the north side of Herstong. Anyway, her house is right there. The door faces those ruins. Please show me the wares. Of course. Have a look. Ooh, potions. And drugs. And stuff that I might need for, like, ooh, that's so expensive. Okay. Hello, cutest cat. You're a child. Run
What
it.
brings you here?
You have the look of a hunter, Estremor. Derwin's weapons may protect the woman who seeks out misfortune, but my supplies will help you survive out in the wilds. You don't even get to ask about his back. Ooh, is that a... No, these are guns. I thought it was a... Ooh, that's a staff. You have dragon eggs, though. You have traps. I could be using traps. Ooh, dragon eggs. Those are expensive. Retrain character. I'm not really interested in retraining a character. Okay, I think we got about as much out of this as we can. So I'm ending the fraps for a moment. It can't possibly have already been... Oh, yeah, it was 8 minutes. Yeah, this video is about to end. We're going to go to another 23 minutes. Okay, so... see you in a little bit.